Alright guys, this is six corners. One, two, three, four, five, six. You see the big six hitters. Shaman's there for support. Let's start breaking it down. Basically the deck consists of, it's like a counter deck. It's meant to counter pretty much any deck type out there. Um, it's also another philosophy is it's hard to output 130 damage every time. I mean, it's insane. I mean, you got the Reshiram here, 130. Zekrom's got 130. Kyurem's got 130. Terrakion's got 130. Cobalion's got 120, but it's got special metal energies. You're also packing Eulite. It's crazy hard to just whatever. Let's get into it. First of all, you want my deck is running 4 Verzion. You want it as your starter. Double draw is going to help you out a lot in the early games. Get you to draw. Leaf Wallop is going to help a lot too. Just 2 energy, 1 grass, 1 colorless. We'll do 40 damage plus on the next turn it will do 40 more. So you can do 120 damage in 2 turns of Leaf Wallop. So you want to run 4 of those because you really want to start out with it. That's what you want there. Next, I'm going to talk about Kyurem. Kyurem's a great card right now. He's an Outrage Dragon, which means, he's got Outrage. It's going to do 20 plus 10 more for each damage counter on him. That's going to work really well in this deck. As cards won't be able to one-hit KO you, you're going to use that against them with Outrage. You could also power up Glaciate, which does 30 damage to all your opponent's Pokemon. You don't apply weakness or resistance to bench Pokemon, but you do for the active. In the match today, I'll be playing a Typhlosion Reshiram deck with Magnezone in it. So it will do 60 to the active fire Pokemon, and then it will do 30 to everything else. It's a great card in the deck. It's it's killer. Next, I'm going to talk about Terrakion because I'm running 2 of those as well. Terrakion is a killer card. You can revenge kill easy with 1 fighting and 1 colorless. After your opponent knocks out a Pokemon, it will do 30 plus 60 more damage for a total of 90. Pretty good. And then Land Crush will do a consistent 90 if you can attach another fighting energy to it. That's going to help you out against, Magnezone, Zekrom. The big deck in format right now is Eel Magnezone. This card will tear right through it. Next, Cobalion, since I'm now running 2. Before I had 1 and I was running Max Potion, so I had never used it though. I just thought it might be cool for the deck because it made sense to me, but I just never used it, so it's not that great. Cobalion, 120 HP, Steel type. You're going to want to look at Iron Breaker here. For 2 metal energy and a colorless, do 80 damage only, but the defending Pokemon can't attack during their next turn. So you can lock them up with Iron Breaker so they won't be able to attack. Great card. And it's really going to be helpful because Kyurem is out there a lot, and that will counter Kyurem being a Steel type. Next 2 cards, Reshiram I talked about briefly. Mostly you're just going to use it for Outrage. Rarely will you ever Blue Flare. I've done it, usually for like the last turn of a match or something like that, but mostly going to be there for Outrage. It's going to sponge hits, it's going to Outrage back and do damage. Fire type card, it's going to, do some damage to Steels or Grass or whatever. Some people are actually not running Reshiram and running a Victini, and that's something to think about. But I like the idea of just having big heavy hitters like this. Zekrom, again, you're using him for Outrage, not for Bolt Strike. Again, you can Bolt Strike, but it'd probably be last turn of the game or something like that. He's gonna already have to have a couple Rainbow Energies on him, so It's more likely that you could Bolt Strike with Zekrom than you could Blue Flare with Reshiram, because you'd have to discard the Rainbow Energies, but there you go. And then you're going to use, last Pokemon card, is you're going to use 2 Shaman. It's pretty much standard right now. First, Pokepower Celebration Wind. It's going to let you move your energy cards from whatever to wherever. So, say you have a Terrakion in your hand, you play it on your bench, play Shaman down, you can move a couple Rainbow Energies over to him, and then another energy, and you're ready to start doing his attack for 90. That's where Shaman comes in. It's just going to help you keep your setup, keep going fast, keep doing big hits. So let's move on to supporters, because that's pretty self-explanatory. You're going to be running 4 Collector. It's pretty much standard in every deck. You search your deck for 3 basic Pokemon, show them to your opponent and put them in your hand. Shuffle your deck afterwards. It's going to let you get 3 cards. You like it. And since this deck runs all basics, this is a really important card to have. Let's not talk about that yet. Let's talk about Professor Oak. This is going to be your early draw card. You're going to shuffle your hand in your deck to draw 6. That way you're not discarding things you're going to need later. You're going to want to use this really early in the match to just kind of get through your deck, get what you need, all that stuff. And then your late game supporter is going to be Professor Juniper. Professor Juniper. Discard your hand, draw 7. That way when you have a handful of things you don't really need, you can just play Juniper, get it all out there, get 7 new cards. And then I play 1 Seeker. You could also play Super Scoop Up, but Seeker is going to let you return one of your bench Pokemon to your hand. You're going to need it for things like Shaman, or if something gets a lot of damage on it, you just don't want it to die. Play Seeker, bring it up. You could play Super Scoop Up, but it's flippy. You do have Junk Arm, so you could replay it also. I mean, it's got its advantages, but I suck at coin flips. 3 Eviolites, no more, no less. That's going to reduce damage done to basic Pokemon by 20. So in a deck like this, where everything's just got a huge HP amount, that's going to be a killer card. So over here, the trainers, pretty simple. 4 catchers. You really need to catch her out and get kills fast. You don't want this deck to fall behind. This is just going to help you get those kills, important kills when you want them. And yeah. 4 switch is also really important. Again, big basics, it's going to take a lot of energy to retreat all the time, and you're going to need to do a lot of switching, so you need 4 switch. 4 Junk Arm. This is going to help you get switches and your catchers back. Again, this is really important because you really need a lot of switches, a lot of catchers. This is going to help you achieve that. You're going to discard 2 cards from your hand and get a card from your discard pile. Really important card, really good card in every deck, really. Except when if you're running a trainer lock. 1 Super Red, clutch card. Shuffle any 3 of any combination Pokemon basic energy cards back into your deck. You'll see me use that in the match today. It's good. It's a great card. I love it. Almost 1 in every deck for me. Let's move to energy. You got 4 grass energy. That's gonna help you with Virizion. Not much to say there. 2 water energy. That's gonna help you out with getting Kyurem and his Glaciate there. 2 fighting because you want Terrakion to get that Land Crush off. 4 rainbow. Rainbow is really important since you're running so many types. You just need this card. If you attach it to a Pokemon, you have to put 1 damage counter on it, but the rainbow energy counts for any type of energy, so it's a nice card. 2 special metal energies. That's for Cobalion to get his Iron Breaker off, and 3 DCEs, double colorless energy, provides 2 colorless energy. That's gonna get you your Outrage Dragons outraging. Now, I'll show you that card, that Victini card I was talking about earlier. That some people are using. Do I have one? No, it doesn't look like I do. Never mind, I won't show you it. But it does 100 damage if you have 5 cards on the bench. I typically don't fill out my bench that often. I mean, I could, and it's consistent damage. It's consistent 100 damage, so it's something to think about over Reshiram. But I like Reshiram right now. I might try it out later. So there's a quick little overview of what my deck does and how it works and everything, and on to the match. Hello PokeMoshPit, how's it going? I have a Pokemon trading card game online match for you. Now I'm playing this guy. He's running a Typhlosion Magnezone deck. It's, you know, pretty relevant right now. It's a new deck-ish. It's kind of making its way into the format. I'm running 6 corners. You know, I've already gone over what 6 corners is and what it does and all that, so that's fine. He's gonna go ahead and use Pokegear, and it's been on the screen for a while, so I'm sure you've had time to read the card. But it's a trainer card that lets you look for a supporter in the top 7 cards of your deck. So then you can find one, put it in your hand, shuffle your deck afterwards. It's a nice little card to kind of fish out a supporter if you don't have one in your hand already. So he's going to disconnect here, and that's fine, but he's actually going to come back, so it's not that big of a deal. So, right now, I know that he's got, I don't know yet that he's playing Magnezone. So right now I'm thinking, okay, what I need to do is I need to get out Kyurem. Kyurem's going to solve all my problems. You know, it's going to hit the active for super effective, because it's going to be 2 times weak to water, then I can spread 30 across everything. It's going to be good. I am not going to be able to play too many Virizions. I'm also not going to be able to play Cobalion. So I'm thinking mostly my attackers are going to be opposing Reshiram, because he's obviously going to have Reshiram. See, now that I see the Magnemite, I know he's playing Magnezone, so that's going to be his draw support and big hitter. Also, I could be using Zekrom. You know, basically all my Outrage Dragons, I'm going to be using them. So I'm going to go ahead and attach a Grass Energy, and then I'm going to play a Collector. I'm going to grab my Kyurem, and I see my other one is prized, and that scares me a little bit, gonna be honest. I grab Terrakion because I think it's going to be pretty useful later if I can get it powered up, but I'm not going to play it down because I don't want him to know what's in store for him. So I put that Eviolite on the Kyurem, and I just did double draw, drop a couple cards, and it's his turn now. So he's going to play Pokemon Communication, put a Pokemon from his hand into his deck, and then search for a card. He gets a Magnemite, and then he passes back to me. I'm going to go ahead and attach a Rainbow Energy to Kyurem. That's going to do 10 damage to me, but that energy will be any type of energy I want it to be. I'm going to go ahead and play Professor Oak's New Theory, shuffle my hand in my deck, and draw 3 more cards. We're looking pretty good. I'm going to catcher out that Magnemite, maybe to slow him down a little bit. Probably should have waited until he evolved into a Magnezone. Not probably, most definitely should have waited. That was kind of a misplay. He retreats into his Reshiram. He's going to Pecom away that Typhlosion, and he's going to search for a new card. Probably get that Magnezone now. See, it kind of wasted that catcher, but I just happen to have one in my hand right now, so that's kind of nice. He's going to use plus power, and then draw 6. He's going to use Magnetic Draw to make his hand 6. That's Magnezone's Poke Body. So he's going to play Junk Arm now. He's going to go, and that's going to discard 2 cards from your hand. He's going to choose Collector and a Fire Energy to get a Trainer back out of your discard pile. So the chat thing keeps going off. I think it's just glitch right now. So I'm gonna try to ignore it. He gets a Pokemon communication. He communicates a Quilava away and gets a Typhlosion. Plays down a rare candy. He's gonna evolve one of his Cyndaquils into a Typhlosion. And he's gonna play the last card in his hand, which is Juniper. And he's gonna draw 7 cards. I mean, this is a really great turn for him. He's really getting things going. And I'm worried. Just rightfully so. I'm really worried about how this is going so far. He's going to Junk Arm again, a Magnezone, and an Energy, get another communication, and that leads me to believe he's got another rare candy in his hand now. So he's going to communicate away another Quilava, and I assume it's going to get another Typhlosion. And yeah, I'm in trouble. If I got this set up, this is what, turn 3? I'd expect to win, and win by a lot, looking at the other side of the field. So, he gets an energy on Reshiram, and he's gonna Afterburner one, and Afterburn the other. Afterburner is Typhlosion's, ability, and that's gonna let you grab a Fire Energy from the discard, and attach it to any Pokemon you like, and it will do 10 damage. You put a damage counter on that Pokemon. So I'm going to catch out Magnezone. I could look for the kill, but I don't want that right now. I really just want to stall out for a little bit of time. I'm going to want to play that Rainbow Energy, but I'm actually feeling lucky, play a Pont, and I'm looking for a Water, so I don't have to do 10 more damage, but I don't get one. I'm going to play the Grass down because it's just, I'm going to Outrage this turn anyways. You see a Max Potion there? That's not my deck anymore. I had built my deck and I had like one extra spot, and I was like, oh, Max Potion might be annoying. But in reality, it's not. I don't want it. I actually switched out for another Cobalion, a second Cobalion. So you'll see that, and you saw that in the deck profile there. So he's going to play N, which makes you shuffle your hand in your deck and then draw the amount of cards you have prizes. So I'm be drawing 6, he'll be drawing 5. Lucky enough, I do have a Rainbow Energy in my new set of cards. A couple Junipers, a couple collectors. That little chat icon's really bugging me. He's got a Quilava now on the bench, and he's gonna Afterburner. He still won't be able to. He could retreat right here now that he's Afterburnered again, but if he does, he won't be able to attack still. So not too shabby. I'm absolutely gonna attach that Rainbow Energy to Kyurem now. It just needs to be done. I'm going to play Juniper because I just need something. So I get a Shaman. It's not really helping me. I'm a little worried because now I'm just stuck in the active with Kyurem. Only one card. But I'm going to actually catch her out his Typhlosion. That way I'll do 60 of that due to his water weakness and spread 30 damage all around. And there's that. And actually, it's kind of a good play because now he can't retreat that Magnezone. He's got all those energies attached to it, and that really hurts him for Afterburnering his Reshiram, getting that powered up. So he's going to Junk Arm a Collector and an Energy away. That's going to help him out with getting stuff onto his Pokemon. He could Afterburner 2 if he has 2 in his deck still, and then be able to retreat, and then maybe if he has another energy, attach one to Reshiram, but and then be able to Blue Flare, but he won't be able to kill unless he's got a plus power. He gets that third Typhlosion, and then he uses Magnetic Draw to make his hand 6. He had 0, so he gets to draw a whole new 6 cards. It's really great. He's really getting through his deck really well, and it's just he's running hot. He's gonna go ahead and play Pokegear, and he's gonna get himself an N. Maybe it was only his option. Maybe his hand's not so great. He's gonna go ahead and play a switch. The only reason I would think he'd want to do that is so he could discard his cards and retreat. That way, getting more energy back into his discard because he needs it. He's gonna play another Pokegear and get another supporter. At this point, I'm like, is he gonna deck out? Like, what's gonna happen? He plays Juniper, and I'm looking through. I'm trying to see how many plus powers he's played and what he's got going on there. Plays another Reshiram down, and now I really have to be worried about what he's got going on right now. It's not good for me. He's only got 8 cards in his deck, and you know, things are just, it's pretty crazy right now. That's all I gotta say. So he's gonna Blue Flare. I'm gonna live by the hair of my chin, and I'm gonna have to Pawnt, hoping I get some more stuff. There's my Reshiram that I wanted to play. I can play DCE on it and start getting Outrage boosted stuff on it. I've really not decided what I want to do with this Kyurem. I mean, I could just Glaciate and spread more damage and do a lot to the active Reshiram. Maybe knocking it out. Maybe it will live with one. I decided to switch into my own Reshiram and save that Kyurem for later if I can. The problem there is it's a really risky play since it's like 1 damage counter from being knocked out. So that's it's a really tough play I had to make, but I had to bank on it because I really needed to save it because it's really gonna help me out. So now he's gonna play down a collector. I don't know. Maybe just to get it out of his hand and out of his deck. He might not have another supporter, or he might not have another supporter that he wants to play. I was looking through my deck there. Honestly, I don't know what I was looking for at that point in time. Might have been like, maybe I was looking for... Oh, I don't know. I honestly don't know. Okay, so he afterburnered enough to knock out my Reshiram with an Outrage. You get a Cobalion here, and that's really not helpful. I got the energy for things that I want, but I don't have the things that I want. That's the problem here. So I decide not to play that Cobalion, and I'm going to Junk Arm a Fighting Energy in Cobalion. Oh, I decided on Water Energy because the other one's prized. I want the Catcher. That's what I wanted. So I'm going to catch her up. What am I going to catch her up? Nothing looks too good. I'm not going to be able to knock anything out on this turn, but I'm going to be able to stall for a turn, which is good. I'm going to attack. I'm going to go ahead and Glaciate. Not going to knock any. I knock out the 1 Reshiram that was the active, and I get a Terrakion for my prize. It's not too bad. It's not the best card in the world for this situation. I really need that other Kyurem. That would have helped a shitload. But, alas, I don't have it. It's in my prizes somewhere. Snuck away. But I did take a prize, and now we're at 4 to 5. And he didn't really have a play there. He's got Magnezone in the active, which is exactly what I wanted. But now his Magnezone's only got 30 HP. And I'm worried because after I knock it out, I'm not going to have a play. So I'm going to play my switch and go for the double draw. Did that because it's going to buy me a turn. I can start getting cards in my hand again because I was running really low. It's just what needed to happen. I mean, I could have taken another prize, but after that, I just had nothing. I had nothing, and it would have been horrible. So it looks like his play here is he's going to he realizes that if he afterburners again, he's going to knock his own Magazine out, but apparently that was worth it for him to get it out of the active. I go ahead and draw a card. It's a Shaman. It's not gonna help. I had an idea for if I got 2 Shamans in my hand and in the Max Potion, I could Shaman all the energy off, Max Potion, and then Shaman all the other energy back on. Or maybe if I had the Seeker. That's what I was thinking about this whole game. Was like, if I could pull that off, I got this. So nothing doing here. I just have to stay in, double draw. I get my other Terrakion. It's just not looking all that great for me. He's got 90 HP. That's good because that means my Terrakion can knock it out on the next turn if he decides to knock out my Virizion. Thus, I can save my Kyurem for later. So he decides to put energy on his Typhlosion just in case I capture it up, maybe. So he's going to put energy on each one, it looks like. Except for maybe one. So he's going to Outrage there because it was just enough to KO. I'm going to bring in Terrakion. I could Revenge Kill it. I pull a Zekrom. Honestly, I wish I hadn't played that Water Energy. Should have played the Special Metal. I had to read Retaliate and Land Crush for a second because I was like, wait, they do the same amount of damage. Okay. So, I'm going to knock out that Reshiram. Unless he gets a plus power in his hand, he can't knock out my Terrakion in one turn. So I'm feeling good there. The prizes are tied. He plays down another Cyndaquil, and I'm like, okay, that's an easy prize for later. I can capture that up. I can kill it with basically anything right now. So he's going to Afterburner, warm up his Reshiram. You know, a thing about this game, if you're a beginner and you want to like start playing and you want to start playing competitively, Typhlosion Reshiram is a deck you should probably try out. It's like basically autopilot. It's you can't go wrong with it. It's really just you Afterburn stuff on your attacker attacks, and then you just do 120 consistently. I bring out that Kyurem, and I'm still just in trouble. I decide to play down that Zekrom, and then I Juniper, and it's just not looking all that great. I get a couple of Eviolites. I'm going to play this Fisherman. Not Fisherman, Super Rod. God, my head. Shaman, I'd like to see 2 Water Energies back on the deck and Shaman, because I'm still thinking about that Shaman play I was talking about earlier. I'm going to attach an Eviolite to Terrakion. Attach one to Zekrom as well, because he's going to have to Blue Flare and just hit me really hard. I decide I don't need those energies, and I get a Catcher out. Why am I doing this? Because I'm going to get that Cyndaquil, get an easy prize here, spread some more damage, and hopefully set myself up for victory. I finally pull that second Kyurem. I finally do it. So, but the problem is, it's going to take a while to set up. I don't have a while to set up. I don't have that much time at all. It's 2 prizes and 2 prizes. Things are getting hairy, let's say. But if I could catch up one of those Typhlosions and then Glaciate, I can knock out the one with 20, I'll knock out the one in the active, and I can win in one stroke. The only problem is I don't know if I could actually, if I can get that play off. I got Zekrom. He's got 2 cards in his deck. I pull that Water Energy, which is great, and I can play the Juniper. And now our deck sizes are relatively close to being the same. Let's see. In hindsight, I would have captured up that that Typhlosion with 20 on it. I'd Junk Arm away, and I get a switch. What's up, YouTube? No. Okay. No, this all makes sense now. I'm going to capture up one of these guys. I'm going to play down the Shaman and put the DCE on the Kyurem. and that Kyurem is going to knock out the Typhlosion, and that way I'll be set up to take another prize um, easy with Glaciate, because he's still got the Typhlosion with 20 on his bench. So all I really got to do is hope he just doesn't have plus power, doesn't have a junk arm. I just got to hope all those things. He plays Sage's, draws his last card. He plays junk arm, and I'm like, okay, what is he doing? He's got a junk arm. That's game over. It's 1-1. It's just game over. He discards 2 Junipers because he can't use them. Gets the plus power. I'm like, ah, shit, good game. So that is the game. He's gonna play the plus power, but he decides to catch out the Shaman. Probably, I don't know why, but he had that as well. So he had 2 outs. He had 2 ways to win. Super close game. Super great. Yeah. So he had the catcher. So I really had no chance there. But I took my only out and I tried it and it didn't work, but I'm pretty satisfied with my play. I'm sure Shiko will comment and tell me how I fucked up, because that's what he does, and I love it actually because it will make me better. So I hope you guys enjoyed this match. I do TCGO matches regularly on my channel. I also do Pokemon battles if you want to check that out as well. So check out my channel. I'm FizzyStardust. You've been the PMP crowd. I'll see you guys next time. Scream loud, and okay, bye. Love you guys.